Welcome to this introduction of the course or Module 0 as we also name it. Okay, who I am? My name is Jose Llerena from Cuenca, Ecuador. I am 37 years old, happily married. I have a wonderful, lovely, girly dog and a first baby girl coming in December. On spare time, I spend with family. I love sports. I am actually a rugby player. Also, I am always studying, improving my skill, and preparing myself to be better in programming, Java, Python, and Ruby. That's because programming languages are the core base of, I will say, everything. I have been focusing very much in cyber security, in the offensive part, so this is being in red team and working to become a great pen tester. Other of my passions is game development. I have been an avid gamer, and what better to work in what you love. So creating video games is something that will be so great to do. As I said, for creating games, you need to be good at programming. In cybersecurity and forensics, it is also recommended to be good at programming, to create exploits or scripts to serve your purposes. My working experience, total time of 12 years of experience within IT, in work 5 years as a digital forensics investigator. How do a digital forensics investigator really works? The majority of time is submitting forensic reports, acting as a legal proof in judicial processes within the judiciary system. You may have private work, but the vast majority of time you will be working as part of a judicial process. This part is something I'm going to cover completely in the Module 4, and you will see that things are very different in real life, and it's not like in the movies. But don't worry, this is a job that I am pretty sure that you will really like it and enjoy. This is all up to you. So be welcome to this wonderful world of forensics. I have 8 years of experience in infrastructure, especially Linux servers, but Windows servers as well. Experience with Oracle, MySQL, and Postgres databases, and networking, configuring LAN, WAN, VPN networks. In servers, I have been very enthusiastic installing all kinds of services like proxies, honeypots, intrusion detection systems, to name just a few of the services. 9 years of experience in programming, especially PHP. This is my most proficient skill in programming, and JavaScript also. In other languages, I have experience in Java, Ruby, Python, C++, and C#. So some of programming languages. I have academic experience of 1 year as a university professor, 3 years as a researcher. I contribute as a teaching assistant in other online platform. This is not a paid job, but contributing gives you experience and skills. And now this great experience to be here with you. Currently, I am working in a local university in my home city. As I said, also as a teaching assistant in another platform. And I am also a dedicated tester. This is a quality assurance QA in a QA platform, and of course as a certified digital forensics investigator by the judiciary system of my country. My work experience in general includes working in and with universities, public and private companies, as either employee or as a freelancer. My education, I have a degree in software engineering and information system management, master's. Certification and courses, I have Cisco CCNA, I'm certified ethical hacker, certified digital forensics. I also have courses in game development, pen testing, and information security. IT seminars as well. Here are my contact details. It does not matter when you watch this course. You can always write to me. I will be glad to answer any question or help you with whatever you need. There's my LinkedIn page, my Twitter URL. I do not really have much activity in Twitter or on social networks. I am a big reader, but I am an almost new poster. There's my GitHub address where you can see some of my sample work. Feel free to download and check the code. Before explaining to you what is IT and why, I am going to show you in video the basic of the network tools. You are already receiving the pre-course material. So let's open the terminal and check some of the commands. Okay, the first tool we're going to see is the command whois. This is going to be a basic demonstration. We'll use the tools later when we work on the IPs that we will see in the emails. Whois command is probably the most important one because this command will show us information about the IP, like contact information, IP country, etc. So let's enter the command. We are going to enter whois. We are going to use a sample IP. So we got 157.240.6.35. Okay, there you go. The organization is Facebook. These other two files are when the domain name was registered. In the case of Facebook, it was back in 2004, and a last update was in 2012. The update is something related with the domain, not the website, which is constantly updating. Okay, changes in domain can be the IP address, the hosting company, etc. We got register date, okay, and when it was updated, that's the name of the two fields, okay. You have contact information, as you can see, and more especially, you can see the country, which is the United States. Now, if we enter the following command, we are going to enter the whois command, but with the domain name, which is, facebook.com. So let's enter whoisfacebook.com. We also get other information, but what we really are interested in is in the IP address. So we're going to focus on that during our course. And of course, we can go to different whois sites and enter an IP address, and we can have information regarding the IP we're looking for. I personally like more terminal line, but if you guys prefer the graphics, that's up to you. So if we go to the following site, we're going to go to a site. Okay, we're gonna enter. Okay, we're gonna go to a site whois domain tools. Okay, we go HTTPS or HTTP, whois.domaintools.com. Okay, we press enter and we have the site. Now on the input field, we enter the IP 157.240.6.35. Okay, so we execute. Okay, we have we have to do some captcha validation. Okay, we click on go. Okay, let's wait a few seconds, and we have the same information that we retrieved. Okay, from the command line. Okay, so we can go and try with another address. Okay, we're gonna use another site to check. Okay, we go https. Okay, we go ping.eu. Okay, /ns-whois. Okay, and then on the input field we enter the IP address. Make sure to check the full info. Okay, checkbox, and okay, we have to enter a validation code. Okay, we click on go, and there we go. We have the same information. Remember, you can use any tool or online service of your preference to perform the whois query. Any software really uses the whois command in the background to do the work, so it's okay to work the way you feel most comfortable. Okay, we now have NS lookup to query internet name servers. Okay, so we're going to see an example. Okay, so we're going to execute a command. Okay, let's open the terminal line. Okay, so we enter the basic use NS lookup. We enter the domain name is facebook.com. Okay, so as you can see, that's the IP associated with facebook.com. Okay, so you have the IPs, and lookup can also be used to query to check mail domains. Okay, so we're gonna see that. Okay, we enter NS lookup -q equal mx, which is to query mail domains. We go, okay, we're gonna use as example gmail.com, and then you can see the Gmail servers. Okay, so you got the addresses right there. Okay, we also have another command, which is a telnet to connect to a server specifying the port. For example, we can connect to one of the Gmail servers. The usage is telnet server and the port. So we enter telnet as example art1.gmail-smtp-in.google.com/25. Port number 25 is SMTP server, simple mail transfer protocol used for ongoing emails. And you can see that we have established a connection to a Gmail SMTP server. Okay, got it. You may want some graphics or online servers, so we can do that, and we can go to the site. It's okay. We're going to see it. It's where we can check this information. Okay, so we go to the server. Okay, sorry, to the web browser. Okay, we go to the address bar, and we enter HTTPS, we go www.misc, okay, there we go, misc.com/tools, okay, there we go, and okay, we have three options. We have DNS lookup, we have whois, and we also have a tracer route. Okay, so we're gonna check in DNS lookup facebook.com. Okay, we click it. Okay, in DNS lookup we can retrieve all the DNS records from facebook.com. So there is another command where we can get records. Okay, this command, the name is dig, D-I-G. Okay, let's close the connection. So we enter dig, facebook.com, and there we go. We have some records from Facebook using the command dig. Okay, but not only dig, also we have the host command that query DNS names. Okay, so we can use some of the following examples. Okay, so here in the terminal line, we enter host -t a. Okay, we go facebook.com. Okay, and we go. Facebook.com has address 31.13.67.35. Okay, we can also use another example, host-t, which stands for type, mx to carry mail servers. Then we go facebook.com. We press enter. It says facebook.com mail is handled by 10 smtpin.bbb.facebook.com. And there you go. You have the mail address, the SMTP server for Facebook. Okay, now we go to the same page. Okay, and now we can check the option of whois on this page. So we're gonna check whois, and we enter the IP we have been using, Facebook IP. We get 157.214.6.35. Now we click, we make the search. Okay. As you can see, we have the same information that we have already seen. So we get the same information either in the online service or in the terminal line. So we have the same, we can see and appreciate the same information. Okay. Now we're going to check the other option of this side, which is a Traceroute. Okay, we go and we click on create Traceroute. Okay, and we enter facebook.com. Now we click and search, and there we go. Okay, so we check the Traceroute, and we can see all the road and jump that goes from your IP onto facebook.com is reached. Okay, we have 14 jumps. It goes from one router to another and to another, and so on. The routes can be located anywhere. Okay, now we're going to execute the command in the terminal line. the command is simple. It's just Traceroute facebook.com. Okay, you execute and you're done. Okay, the Traceroute we have to use it with sudo. Okay, to have you need root permissions to execute this command. Okay. We can see that there are 8 jumps until facebook.com is reached. In this case, from my own IP, it takes 8 jumps, in contrast with the 14 jumps we could see to website. That's of course because that page server is located in a different place than where I am. Each one of you will most likely obtain different number of jumps and server addresses when executing, because each one of you is in a different location. So this is of course if you're working with Windows, the command is different and it's Traceroute. Okay. Other useful commands are ifconfig. This command has a lot of utilities. Okay. So let's check ifconfig. You also need the sudo permis. Okay, so let's enter with sudo. Entering only the command will give the network configuration. This is not a command we are going, really needed in the course, so I'm not going to go further in explaining, but you feel free and investigate more if you are interested, instead of Googling it. A great way to learn about a command is to use the man page. So if you're using Linux, just enter man and the command you want to read about. It's really a great resource. And of course, if you are using Windows, the command is not ifconfig, but is ipconfig. Okay, so you can use man with practically any of the commands. Another very good command, but not the most needed for our investigation, is netstat. The netstat command prints the connections you have, routing tables, and everything related. Okay, another very good program we have is Nmap. This program checks for open ports in a server. It can detect vulnerabilities and can retrieve server information like service's name and the version. So it's really an excellent command. Okay. Okay, so you can see. Okay, going back with netstat, you have a lot of connections. Okay. Okay. Now, if we enter nmap facebook.com. Okay, and we execute it. Okay, we can see. Okay, Facebook has 2 ports open. Is the port 80 TCP, which is HTTPS, and we have 443, which is HTTPS. And this is only the basic use, but Nmap has a lot of options and functionalities, and it can give you more information about the server. Yes, you can, as I said, scan for vulnerabilities, etc. It's a widely used tool in ethical hacking. We have some other open ports like XMPP client, port 5222. There's an unknown port, 143, but using different options can get you more open ports. So, yes, so right now we can see that Facebook has 4 ports open in total. So that's the number of ports. But as I said, using different options can get us like hidden open ports. Just a way to say it. But yeah, Facebook has a lot of security, so don't be surprised if Facebook has just a very few open ports. So, but if you check with other servers, you are going to see a lot of different results and more open ports and even more unsecure. But this is not our focus on the course because we're not scanning vulnerabilities. We're the forensics and we're going to investigate something that happened. So a cyber fraud course, and then we get contact and we start, doing our work. Okay, now we're going to see IT and law. In digital forensics, IT and law are very much related. That's simply because the forensics investigator informs the authority, the legal authority, about the work and the findings the forensics investigator encounter. Okay? Forensics can be done on hardware devices. Here the list can be pretty big. Just to name a few, like servers, any tower server, desktop PC, routers, switches, appliances, firewalls, Internet of Things, devices, drones, US pen drive, RAM memory, etc. Forensics on software is pretty wide. We have materialization, which is, to bring something like emails and chats, to extract information, conversation. We have the audit, the backup and recovery, etc. Any other technological means to acquire proofs that will serve to prosecute a criminal is more than good, within forensics. For example, a murderer is caught and his cell phone is retrieved, and forensics is performed to obtain pictures, any audio or video regarding the act or the crime or the felony. Okay, it's just to give you some like a basic example. Okay, having retrieved the file of the murder, using our example, and if something is found, that's enough proof to put the criminal in jail. The forensics investigator with the report informing the legal authority. This can be a public prosecutor or a judge. This will be strong enough to make the authority condemn the criminal to spend some time in jail. If there's no evidence, other forensic techniques have to be done to see if it's possible to get an evidence. If there is no way of proving a felony, unfortunately, the prosecutor may be released free. A good example of other techniques used in order to acquire evidence is data recovery. A couple of excellent tools are Recuba for Windows and PhotoRec. The first one will recover your data pretty neat, but probably not so much. The second one will recover absolutely everything, but having tons of files with not even the file name it had. It can be very tedious to analyze the info, but it's still an outstanding tool. Okay. Okay. What else can I tell you about? About forensics. Each case has its uniqueness. The most common cases are materialization of conversations like Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp. So materialization basically involves taking screenshots of conversation and also backing up or exporting conversations. This is something we're going to see in the first module. Also, Facebook or Twitter posts are worked this way. Other samples are systems audit, transcription of audio and video, metadata analysis of any kind of files. It can be like PDF, and images, audio, and video as well. But remember something, there is no always like a general rule within the forensics. There are some cases that you will probably always have, but you may have to face something like a little bit different, or even if you're doing a similar job, sometimes it can be like easier or more difficult to do something. For example, if you do like an audit of information system, some systems can give you like more information than other systems. Like some systems can give you logs, some others cannot. So you always have to make your way to be able to to complete your work. Sometimes you can take the evidence with you. In some other cases, you have to go on site and do the work. And everything has to be done according to the law. So like you're seeing on the slides, each case is unique. So if you're really interested in this, you can have some good time. But always, being on the side of justice. There can also be special cases in where sometimes you can even end up, giving a hand to the police or any other investigator, probably work together. So I'm just like trying to give you a general idea of how all these works. Okay. Now I'm going to show you an example. Examples of law regarding IT. This is a law that is included in the Code of Law in my country, Ecuador, which I translated from Spanish, and the article says, Article 232, which is translated, the attack to the integrity of information systems. The person who destroys, damage, deteriorate, alter, suspend, block, cause malfunctioning, unexpected behavior or deletes data, emails, information systems, telecommunications as a whole or parts of its logical components, will be sanctioned with the deprivation of liberty from 3 to 5 years. With the same deprivation will be sanctioned the person that designs, develops, programs, acquires, sends, introduces, executes, sells, or distributes in any way malicious applications or devices or programs intended to cause the effects mentioned in the first paragraph of this article. Destroys or alters without authorization of the owner the technological infrastructure needed for the transmission, reception, or processing of the information in general. If infraction is committed on technological access that are ought to be public service or related to the civil safety, the sanction will be from 5 to 7 years of deprivation of liberty. So this means that you, as a forensic investigator, you are on the authority and the justice side. So if you're working on the ethical hacking field, or if as part of the investigation you will need to hack or do pen testing on a system, you will need a legal document signed by the company or organization, some kind of authorization, allowing you to do that, because you should not switch, sites during in an investigation. So you cannot break the law in order to apply the law. So you cannot do that. So these things we're going to see deeper in Module 4, since this kind of stuff have to be taken into account, when writing reports for the authorities. So you never have to break the law. You're going to have first homework. I don't like to call it homework, but autonomous work. You have to look into the code of law of your respective country for a law about regarding information technology, and share it with me, with the group, if possible. If there is no law mentioning, so you can explain what you investigated and how the outcome was to find nothing. This should not happen, but it could. What you can do is just Google and look for the code of laws, law code, legal code of your country, either civil, labor, or or criminal procedure code of law, and read it and try to find something related to IT. It can be applications, information systems, electronic commerce, digital signature, cryptography, telecommunications, copyrights, data protection, intellectual property, licenses, or any similar you find. It can be kind of like open. If you have an actual lawyer or attorney, either they're like familiars or friends who are in the field of law, ask them about this. It's recommended for forensics investigator to have some familiarity with the law. This is very important, so you will have some orientation. You will have some orientation about how to do things. So here is where IT and law work together. So it's really important, this. I want to thank you very much for your attention in this introductory video, or module 0. Next, we're going to officially start our course, and we will start with an explanation of the case we're going to work. This is a real case that I had to face. This case was a scam that a local company in my city suffered. Okay, the criminal did masquerade as one of the providers and made a scam to one of the employees and cheated the employee to transfer a payment to a different bank account. Okay, the total amount that the company lost was very close to $40,000. Okay, what we will see is, to notice, realize, and detect, okay, how this scam was performed, how the conversation took place. Okay, so what happened during the conversations, okay, in the chat applications and in the emails. Okay, remember, the use of the tools is not what we magically show as a criminal, not really. Okay, it depends on other stuff. Okay, sometimes it's not even everything up to you. Okay, so this is real life, so we're not going to immerse into the world of CSI, Mr. Robot, or what you see in the movie. Having a detective-like analytical skill is indeed helpful because a good observer can't tell where something is not normal, and this is something we will see in Module 2 in eForensics and even in Module number 1. Okay, so once again, I really want to thank you very much for your attention. I hope this video was gave you a good introduction of what this course is about. So thank you again very much, and we will see you in the module number 1. Thank you very much.